Hello everyone, and welcome back to this next video in our hydration journey. I'm Ricky Marie, and I'm thrilled to have you here for our week 3 of our 28-day hydration challenge. Now, if you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button down there so that you can have the notifications and you'll never miss an update. Now, if you look back in week 1, I looked into the importance of hydration and busted some common myths. Then week 2 was all about increasing that water intake and understanding the importance of electrolytes because we want to make sure we're hydrated properly. This week, in week 3, I'm taking a look into a few of my favorite hydration tips that have made it simpler to be hydrated and to stay hydrated. We have learned that if you lose more fluid than you take in, you can become dehydrated and your body will not have enough water to carry out its vital tasks. We learned that dehydration can cause an increase in your body temperature. It can affect your blood pressure. It can cause kidney damage, dizziness, weakness, and confusion. Now, as we become older, we lose our ability to sense this thirst. That's why elderly people are among the highest risk of becoming dehydrated. However, anyone can become dehydrated. So if you don't have any visible signs of perspiration, you're probably becoming dehydrated. So this overall goal of the series is to have you dehydrated without over drinking the water, because we learned that can be bad for you. We know that everyone has been told they need 6 to 8 glasses of water a day. But we also found out that the fluid that you really need is based on your age, your activity level, the weather, and if you're pregnant, breastfeeding, or even if you have an illness. Now, if you're not big on drinking water, I have good news for you. There are very few good rules, but I have some suggestions that can help you stay hydrated. The first one is take a look at your food. That's right. Food can be a great source of fluid intake. So those fresh fruits and vegetables are actually among the top in the list for hydrating foods. Now we have our broth-based soups, we have beans, oatmeal, cereal. They're all great choices. And we're getting ready for the summer season, so there's a lot of foods like melons, cucumbers, oranges, mangoes, berries, and many others. So next time you reach for that quick snack, why don't you make it a water-rich choice? Here's another one. Why don't you jazz up your water? We all know that drinking water is good for us, but sometimes it can feel like a task. If you're not a big water drinker, well, try enriching it with slicing up some fresh vegetables and herbs. Sliced cucumbers, mint leaves, lemons, strawberries are just a few great examples. You also can try adding a drop or two of a citrus essential oil by doTERRA. This is my brand, as they are certified pure, tested grade, and have supplemental information on them, so you know that you can take them internally. And you'll want to stay to the end of this video to get my graphic with some of my favorites. And you can consider getting a little bit creative and have fun experimenting with some of those different combinations. If you prefer beverages with carbonation, consider the low-calorie sparkling water. There are some that even have 0 calories. They might be a good option for you as well. One that has worked for me is setting timers and reminders. I only have a couple, but you might need to start out with multiple timers to make sure that throughout the day they will help you trigger to take a look to see how much water are you drinking. I might recommend 4 to 6 throughout the day. especially if you're just getting started, to remind you to drink that glass of water. If you already have a regular daily routine, it would be a smart idea to strategically plan these alarms during your downtime, when you're going to have a break. And that's a great opportunity to drink some water. And before long, you're not going to need these timers because your body will be automatically making these changes and forming these new healthy habits. Placing these reminders in strategic places is another way to get you drinking more water. For me, I have one. When I go to bed at night, I drink a glass of water right where I brush my teeth. Another one that I have had my daughters do is they keep a full glass of water at their nightstand when they go to sleep. When you wake up in the morning, before grabbing that morning coffee, drink a glass of water first. It does so much for flushing out your system that's been sitting there all night. And you can place reminders to drink more water on your coffee maker, your refrigerator, your bathroom, or any other place that you frequent throughout the day to help you remember to drink more water. And there's also water bottles that tell you where you are in your process. I do want you to be mindful of caffeine, and although coffee and tea contain caffeine, 2 cups a day will not increase your risk of being dehydrated. So enjoy your morning coffee or tea, but do be mindful of your intake. And we definitely want you to stay away from soda, and especially those energy drinks. They're not only high in caffeine, but they're also loaded with sugar and other compounds, which actually make them a very poor beverage choice. One of the best ways is to make water convenient. Making it convenient, keeping a water bottle with you at all times will help you drink it. At least it does me. For example, fill a reusable water bottle. I prefer the 32 ounce, and bring it with you wherever you go, sipping on it throughout the day. Next, you want to consider your chair where you're sitting, in your vehicle, your desk, your workout bag, and any other areas that you frequent to help in drinking more water be more convenient. For example, if you enjoy reading a book, keep a glass of water next to where you do this activity. I always have one next to me. Bottom line, plan ahead. Keep a pitcher of water on your counter at home or in your refrigerator and drink from it during the day. And as mentioned earlier, add those fruits and herbs to the pitcher so it can infuse and leave its flavor all day. I actually prefer to fill 4 of these 32 ounce containers every morning. I have found that works best for me as I do work from home. If I'm traveling, I have a gallon. I love my Yeti, and it's in the back of the car. And again, I always have my 32 ounce travel bottle next to me. If it's a hike, I have several bladders. I have a 2, a 2.5, a 3 liter to choose from. This is my newest one. It's a 1.5 that goes around my waist. And the bladder is Osprey. I prefer that brand. But I always have to consider what's the temperature outside to know what size bladder and what backpack I'm taking. Now, when I'm going on an overnight backpack trip, I actually pack 4.5 or 5 liters because I always am taking that 1 liter of electrolyte for my lunch. If it's just a day hike, the electrolyte is waiting for me in the car. Chances are it's in this one. And I always have a packet. And maybe I'm taking my empty liter with me and I'll fill it at lunch. It, again, is just going to depend on the hike and the weather outside for the day. You really need to find what works for you. I want you to remember that hydration is not just a one-time effort, but a lifelong habit. This 28-day hydration challenge was to have you commit to try at least one new way of keeping yourself hydrated for the summer, and every day if you take a look at it. Now we've come to the end of week 3, and I want to extend my heartfelt thank you to each and every one of you that have been participating. I appreciate you listening, following along on this, my hydration journey, and I hope yours. There's so much to keeping yourself hydrated and healthy, and I'm excited to see your progress. So stay tuned for week 4. Well, I'm going to review my results, and we'll celebrate our successes and then set the stage for a new hydration habit moving forward. So until next time, stay hydrated, stay healthy, keep shining and bright, and thank you. I'll see you in the next video.